Thanks, Joe. Heroin is no longer the deadliest drug on Long Island. Officials say this year fentanyl has claimed more lives. FiOS 1's Cecilia Dowd has the story from Hauppauge.
Fentanyl has surpassed heroin as Long Island's deadliest drug. Numbers released by officials in Nassau and Suffolk counties confirm in 2016 there have been more deaths from fentanyl than heroin. Louis Iacona says he started drinking and using drugs at the age of 12. Fentanyl patches and lollipops came at 16, followed by heroin at 17. He says his heroin addiction led to 8 overdoses, 40 stints at detox and rehab centers, even jail time.
I sold my mother's engagement ring 3 times. They had to pawn, I pawned it and they had to buy it back. Robbed, stole, cheated, lied. Anything I could do to attain this drug.
Iacona says in the midst of addiction, nothing is more important than the drug, even being told he couldn't see his nieces and nephews.
They couldn't afford for a needle to fall out of my pocket or some sort of substance, God forbid. The baby picked that up.
Iacona stopped using several years ago. He now uses his story to help others so they don't wind up like his friends no longer here. He estimates that he's lost dozens of friends and acquaintances to drug overdoses. Now in Nassau County, officials say this year there have been 39 fatal heroin overdoses and 50 fentanyl deaths. Now here at the Suffolk County Medical Examiner's office, I went over the numbers with the chief medical examiner. He tells me that this year there have been 93 deaths from heroin and 126 from fentanyl. I asked Chief Medical Examiner Michael Kaplan to explain what these numbers mean.
Well, what they mean is that the word epidemic is not an overstatement. Okay, that there is a very, very serious problem.
What's so dangerous about heroin addiction, experts say, is that users can unknowingly take more than just heroin.
They may be thinking that they're taking something and there may be fentanyl mixed in and they may have absolutely no idea.
Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds, president and CEO of Family and Children's Association, says in some cases fentanyl isn't added to heroin once. It may be added 4 or 5 times.
In the wake of Superstorm Sandy, as a region, we looked and said, how come we weren't better prepared? This has taken Long Island by storm. It's killing kids left and right. And the reality is we were not prepared for this in any way, shape, or form.
But how to fix the problem?
Our schools need to do more about prevention and education. Our parents need to have more candid, frank conversations with our kids. The access to treatment remains limited in a lot of cases.
Reporting from Hauppauge, Cecilia Dowd, FiOS 1 News.